So I am moving through the process of editing Change Leader, the ebook, the book, the guide, haven't decided yet what to call it, and building out the toolkit of exercises. And I want to take a minute to address my hope with this work, but also some realism around culture building. So the reason I am building change leaders because I know that I can't do the work that I want to do on my own. I need you. I need you to believe in your impact and your influence on your culture so that you can become a culture builder, so that you can inspire the person beside you to become a culture builder, so that they can inspire their team to think about their own culture, so that you can form a microculture around you that becomes positively potent, compelling, and creative, collaborative, challenging. And that's, you know, the reason I need you to do this work with me is because I can't build your culture from the outside. Culture building is a never-ending process. It's a mindset. It's a lifestyle. It's a working style. It's all engaging. Your entire being needs to be engaged in culture building around you. And that's just the reality of it. Culture building is a team sport and it needs to be self-directed. You really need to want it. You can't bring someone from the outside in to build your culture. You can bring someone from the outside like me in to help you to create a strategy and to lay out an approach and a direction that you want the culture to go. I can help you to name a vision and I can help you to understand the baseline practices that you can start integrating. But then you need to engage. You need to feel and read what's working and what isn't. You need to start building practices with your team for continuously checking in with each other. And, culture building will become easier the more you engage in it. It is a practice. It's practiced and it becomes easier the more you practice it. But it's hard. It's really hard to shape a culture around you. And, like back in 2017, when I articulated my culture building methodology, which I call creative courage, I had a really clear understanding of the step-by-step process that I would take teams through to help them to build cultures. And it was extensive and it was like a 6 to 12 month long engagement. And I really believed, and I do believe, in the approach. That said, as a consultant, it's exhausting for me to be hired by a company for that length of time and for them to not integrate what they need to integrate or to adopt it. And so I realized probably in 2018 that what I wanted to focus on was not the entire system of the culture, but the microcultures within, and how to empower the microcultures and how to support individuals within an organization to recognize how exceptionally important and powerful they are, simply as they are, in their individuality. Your unique voice, your personal voice matters. Even when you think it doesn't, you have an impact on the culture around you, both positively and negatively. And if you're not aware of the negative impact that you're having on your culture, then these continued practices that nurture a negative impact are going to become toxic, insidious lifestyles that you are bringing to the culture around you. So Change Leader is about helping you to become aware of the impact that you're having on your organization, helping you to take ownership of the practices that you're using to build culture, helping you to build a culture around you that's vibing, working together, not always positive, but there for each other, face to face, challenging each other and supporting each other through growth. But all of this comes with a few caveats, I can't do it for you. And it's hard. Change is hard, and culture building is hard, and an ever shifting process because people are always changing. And the other thing is that, you can't avoid it. You can't avoid how hard it is because change is constant. And the rate at which companies succeed or fail right now is speeding up, it seems, So change is constant and it's coming for you fast. You're facing change right now. Your company's facing change, and you could face it with reticence and fear, or you could face it by leaning into it. Leaning into the joy of not knowing what comes next, leaning into curiosity, leaning into learning, leaning into the unknown of what could be, leaning into the possibilities of change. In order to do that, you really need to tap into your inner sense of conviction, because it will mean you not knowing, not having all the answers, asking for help, failing a couple times, and not relying on past successes to determine where you go next, but really relying on the collaborative creativity of your team to figure out the direction of what comes next. So, yeah, I mean, what would I title this video before sharing it on LinkedIn? Change is constant, and it's coming for you. And you are a culture builder, whether you recognize it or not. So I want to help you to take ownership of your impact on culture and to recognize that you can build a microculture around you that can be creative and collaborative and can lean into change. But you need to take ownership of it. And the way that you do that is by looking at yourself, becoming self-aware, becoming a change leader. Thanks for joining me on this ride. And I can't bleep and wait to share this project with everybody. Change Leader is going to be a ebook/book/guide that's going to support a self-directed toolkit of exercises to move you through the process of engaging your change leadership and beginning to engage your team in your culture of change. And it's also going to be an executive program, a learning program for leaders. I take you through becoming a change leader by becoming more self-aware, and I help you to understand in action, in practice, what it looks like to build a culture around you that embraces change. I can't wait to release this baby. If you want any info, head over to my website, erinwillett.ca. Willett has 2 L's and 2 T's. WILLET.ca. erinwillett.ca. /change-leaders. How exciting. I'm here for you, and I believe in you, and I love the work that you're doing. All this hard change work.